Hello, Aquarius. Thank you very much for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using The Gilded Tarot by Ciro Machete. There is a companion book by Barbara Moore. I don't use it, but it is there in case that's of interest to you. It's a 2004 publication. I don't know if it's been reprinted since, but it is a Llewellyn.com item. So if that information helps you, enjoy it as you will. Supportive oracle cards are Wisdom of the Hidden Realms Oracle Cards by Colette Baron Reed. There's websites for her as well. A couple of them, actually. ColetteBaronReed.com. If this focuses, just go ahead and freeze frame there if you want that information. There's some more information below it. There's also another website that I seem to think is quite important. autumngoddess.deviantart.com. I believe you can get this from there. There's some more information there too if you're interested. This is the 2009 printing. I think it's been reprinted since then. I could be wrong. All right, what do we have for Aquarius? Yeah. Okay. Okay. I like this. Yeah. Yeah. This, okay. Okay, something better. Is any of this bad for you? I don't think so. You got this starting off with the Knight of Swords. There's somebody leaving, all right, but I don't know if I'm upset about it. I'm not sure how I feel about it. Because I think somebody is like, is somebody going their own path? Like, what's going on here? It's time for somebody to go their own path. And I do feel like there's a change. There's definitely a change here, a big change. Somebody's going their own path. How far away from yours is subjective. Is the death card here? No, the death card isn't here, so it's not, I don't see that. But I'm actually encouraging this energy is what I'm getting. But it's weird because I very much care about this person. I think the conflict is that I want the best for them. I don't want them to be out of my life. I don't know if, for a lot of you, I don't think this person's completely leaving. I don't think they're completely leaving, but it's like the dynamic is changing. It's kind of like when a kid moves out and starts living their own life and you don't see them as much. You're still connected, but it's different. And it's hard to see that change. You kind of like it. You kind of want it for them, but at the same time, you're going to miss the connection you used to have because you know things are going to change. It doesn't have to be that, of course. That's just an analogy. Because this person is making their own choices, and they're going into a period of fortification. Like, they're going to have to put in a lot of work to make something work out. They're doing it themselves. They have to do it on their own. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know if I like everything they're doing. At the same time, I'm realizing this is what they need to do to make their lives better. Sometimes, you can't be good at life until you live life. Like, you have the answers, you know what you've lived, you know what you've done. This person is going into their chapter and they have to experience things. You've told them what you could, but they have to experience things on their own. I don't think this is bad. I don't think this is bad at all. But the energy is it's less, it's diminishing. you do, the energy of like you caring for this person is not changing. But I do feel like you're going to have a diminished connection. When I get the Five of Pentacles, I don't think it's completely gone. It's just a diminished connection. For some people, I think it might be you're working with somebody. Or is it a family connection? Well, it's somebody's doing something else. They're still apart. It's almost like I'm still connected with people through Facebook. Maybe I see them 2 to 3 times a year, and I used to see these people weekly. Something like that. Are you changing jobs? Some of you, maybe it's you changing jobs. But I feel like I used to see people weekly, and now I'm seeing them 2 to 3 times a year. I'm staying connected because I want to. I'm still enjoying times with these people. It's still good energy. Changes are being made. You seem to be in control of making the changes, by the way. Something about this, you're pushing something forward. Something new is actually coming forward for you out of this situation. Like, there's a lot of, like, it's diminishing some connection with something else. There is some stress that's leaving with it. There is some stress that's leaving with it. Things are coming forward. There, for whatever's leaving, something else is going to replace it. I don't see you, like, in a bad place for this. Justice is coming forward saying, you know, you've done a lot of work here. That's not going to be lost. New opportunities are coming in. You've created new opportunities that are now coming forward. So, like, what's coming forward is actually justice is saying, this is what you need right now. The next thing coming in is good for you. You're going to be very active. There's a new whole situation coming in. I don't see the Death card, but I get this Ace of Pentacles with the Justice. Like, a whole new situation coming in. It's going to last a long time. It seems to be exactly what you need. Something else is diminishing out. I've got crazy cat energy going on here, just to be fair. So if something gets knocked over, just be... or if he jumps in front of the camera. He's in that mood today. What else do I see for this? Because I feel like you got a very active time coming up for you. You got the Queen of Rods, which is the Queen of Fire. Don't get caught up in the gender, but you're going to hit something right on the mark. Like, there's something you need to be a part of. You're going to make a big difference in this next situation. I'm more concerned about what's leaving than what's coming in. Because I feel like you're going to be off and running. You're going to hit the beach running on this next situation. Go right into it. It's going to go fast. I feel like they're also warning about that. Warning? Whatever it is from this last connection that you want to keep, whatever's stabilized before you start the new one, you're good. But once you start the new one, things are going to be a little crazy, like my cat. Whatever you want to keep from this situation, okay, I think this is the big point of this reading, because I'm like, what are we getting at? Whatever you want to keep from this situation, lock it in before you leave. Or lock it in before the next one starts. I think that's the better thing. So for example, if we're going to use a job analogy, say you're leaving one job, you're starting the new one, say in a month. Before that new one starts in a month, secure what you want to secure. Because once the new one starts, it's like things are way too busy. Things are way too busy and you're not going to be able to grab it. It's like you're not going to have the time to grab it. Because there's a lot going on. You're going to be very excited about it. You're going to be very active. You're going to be very effective. And it's going to take up a lot of your time. So I think that's the big point. For those of you this is hitting with, it's more about before the next one starts, secure what you want to keep from the last situation. People want to work with you. But there's a lot of... things are very much diminishing from the last. The Six of Swords coming in with the... it's the Chess Queen. When I feel the Chess Queen here, it's basically your move determines their move. So whatever you do, they'll respond to it appropriately. But it's like, when it's your turn... like it's almost like every time it's your turn. You have to move, then they just automatically move. You move again, they automatically move. Like, that's kind of why I think I feel like it's always your turn. Like, when you move here, they just naturally, okay, that's where you moved, I go here then. Then you move here, okay, then I move here then. They just automatically respond with whatever they feel like the obvious move is, if that makes sense. So, and you're not going to have time to really do that once this next situation starts. So they're kind of like, make sure you know what you want before that starts. Once the new one starts, it's kind of like it's too busy. There's a lot of memories here that are good. This isn't a completely, it's not completely disappearing. But again, I feel again like this is one of those things where I used to see people weekly and now I'm seeing them 2 to 3 times a year. It's still good. It's not bad. We're not having a negative energy here. I just feel like they're trying to help you. Kind of like if you're looking at this like, well, I don't want that to be that low. I'd like to at least see people a couple times a season. So if you decide that's more appropriate for what you want, before this next situation starts, put that in effect and it will happen. If you choose it. But again, it's like you choose, the other side responds. So if you're like, maybe you're like, twice a season, let's go here or do this. And you just set this up like for the winter season, we'll go here and here. For the summer season, we'll go here and here. For the spring, we'll go here and here. For fall, we'll do this and this. Set it up. Set those 8 things up. Put those in line. Just set up a process. Like every time we have an event, we set up the next, we decide on when the next event will be. Say we get together this summer in August. So now that one's gone, we have the next 7. The next 7 are just in line, but we're going to like plan the one for next year, next August too. Like when can we all get together? Every time we just do that, that will work out easily for you. Yeah, it does seem like that part's completely in your control. I don't see that being an issue. Because it's kind of like if you like it, you'll just make it happen. I don't see that being hard. If you decide you don't like that anymore, then you'll change that. Thing is, you got to start the pattern now. If you decide later to diminish it, that's fine. That's what you want, then that's what you'll do. But if, for example, you don't have that if you don't have that in effect before you start this next situation, it becomes very, very difficult because I just don't feel like it just doesn't click in like it should. It becomes more of a challenge than you really need, more of a challenge than you really have time for. Are we good? All right. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below as well. Thank you for, same email. Thank you for watching and have a great day.